Right, I've got my first Ultra of the year coming up this Saturday, so I thought I'd just run through the kit list and the bits of kit that I'll be using. So yeah, basically another kit list video, but I thought I'd jump on the bandwagon and see how awkward I can be in front of my phone camera. So the Ultra I'm doing is called Bowland Ultra, and it is 65 kilometers and 2,000 meters of elevation gain, and it is located in the Forest of Bowland, which I did one recce there, so I recce'd half the course, and it's pretty bleak, but it's a nice place and quite runnable. So I'm hoping that the weather is kind for the rest of the week and just is nice and crispy and cold on the day, which means fast conditions, I can get it done as quick as possible. If you look at the pictures from last year, the snow is just looks absolute slog to have tried to get through, so hats off to anyone who finished that last year. Hopefully I don't have to do that myself this year. So yeah, this kit list is pretty big. I'm guessing it's because of them conditions from last year, so just having a quick read through it now. Right, so the first things on the list, which you'll find are the first things on most ultra marathon lists, are fully waterproof top and bottom with tape seams. So the stuff I use, the brand that I use and the brand I've been using for the last couple of years for this kind of gear is OM. So this is the OM Cam Leaker jacket, and I've got the matching OM Cam Leaker pants. Pretty bright, so stand out in any clag or any deep snow or anything like that. But this is good gear, this. It's good gear, it's expensive, but it's good, and it's, if you buy expensive stuff, it should last, and this stuff has lasted and hopefully will last me quite a long time. So that's the waterproof top and bottom that I'll be using. Bag to carry items in. So the bag that I'll be using, which I used all last year, which a lot of people use and you've probably seen many a time, is the Solomon ADV Skin 12. It's just a good pack. It's good, it's comfy, it fits everything in. It's got the standard 2 bits at the front for your water. It's got loads of zips and compartments and loads of space to put everything in. Pretty easy access. You got pockets around the back here. You can put your gloves in, you can put your torch in, you can get your gels out. Everything's pretty easy to get. It's got a whistle, but I don't think that passes as the whistle on the mandatory kit. But yeah, Solomon ADV Skin 12 is the one I'll be using, and the one I'll be using pretty much in every race this year if it doesn't die on me. And then next on the list we've got gloves and hat. Hat should be thermally insulating, i.e. not a summer cap or a bucket hat. Yeah, fair point. So I'm going to be using this OM hat, which is another OM product, but this hat is super light and it's really warm and it's pretty breathable as well. It's a good bit of kit, this, because every other bobby I've used from any other brand, they're just so thick and your head just gets well too hot and it gets soaking because the hat's too thick and then it's heavy on your head and you just end up wanting to wing it off the bloody mountain, to be honest. But yeah, this little OM beanie is a good one. I'll just be using a standard pair of gloves. These are just some that I got in Iceland, but they're pretty warm and they're good. But these are the proper bit of kit. I put these over the gloves, these Solomon waterproof mitts. So they're dead thin, but they keep your gloves from getting wet, and they're just a proper life-saving bit of kit, because once you get wet gloves and cold hands, it can just ruin your full race, and honestly, it's not something that you want to risk doing, especially in like -2 in the middle of nowhere. So get the proper kit and you'll have a good race. And then what have we got now? So we've got survival bag or foil bivy bag. Foil blanket is not enough. Some races you allow just a foil blanket, but I'm guessing, well, it's a winter one, so you just need to have the proper stuff. So this is the kind of thing that I use. I've got a small one, but I can't find it at the minute. But this is the kind of thing that you need. As you see on the picture there, you can get in the thing. It's like a sleeping bag, but obviously waterproof and not super heavy. The thing with just a foil blanket is if you're in desperate need of something to keep you warm and you're in the middle of nowhere and the wind's blowing, a foil blanket can just blow straight off you. And the point of having the survival bag is that you can get in it and keep you warm and probably save your life genuinely. if you are ever in need of that. So we've got the survival bag. Foil blanket is not enough, is what they've put, which I can understand because it's a winter one and obviously you have to have the right gear. This is the thing that I use, survival bag, but this is a pretty big one. I've got a smaller one somewhere but I can't find it, but I will find it for race day. You can see it there, it's like a sleeping bag, or like a lightweight waterproof sleeping bag, so that will keep you dry and warm. And if you are like in a situation where the wind's really bad, this is why you have a bag and not a blanket, because if you just lay on the floor with a blanket on top of you and the wind blows it off you, then you're absolutely screwed. But when you're in the survival bag, at least you're in there, can't blow off you, and that could probably save you bacon, to be honest. And then reusable mug, but not a squashable one. So some races let you use little squishable cups that you can use, but this one is saying not. So I'm gonna have to take this, probably this metal one. It's got a clip, little carabiner clip there. I'll probably just clip onto the inside of my bag. And yeah, cup. Not much detail needed to tell you about the cup. What's a cup? And then spork or similar. Well, I've got spork somewhere, but I'm not showing you a spork because you've all been to KFC and you've seen sporks. So. Whistle and compass. So I've got this compass and this whistle, so proper stuff. You're not allowed stuff that you get in Christmas crackers. You're not allowed to use your phone as a compass. But yeah, just treat yourself to a compass. They're not that expensive, and you need them to get through the kit list. Whistle. Yeah, you know what whistles sound like. And then next up, 400 emergency calories, which should be unconsumed at the finish line. So yeah, 400 calories worth of food, just put it in a bag, put it in the bottom of your bag, just so you've got it at the end, and if you ever need it in an emergency, it's there. Emergency base layers. Right, so this race you've got to take 2 full sleeve tops and 1 full length bottom. Should be sealed in a waterproof bag for emergencies. So that's not stuff that you take just if you want to use it to keep you warm. This is stuff that you've got to take and keep in a bag for emergencies only, really. So I've got plenty of long sleeve stuff, but as an example of something that you want to take. So this is my running junkie one, which is nice and warm, not too heavy, and yeah, that'll do the job. And I'll pack another one, probably a lighter one, probably something like similar to what I've got on here. But yeah, and then pants wise, I'll probably just put an extra pair of tights in or something. I haven't decided if I'm going to run in tights on the day or not, but I mean, I've never done a race in tights, but the weather is looking that it might be tight weather, so might have to get around looking like Kermit the Frog on this one, so don't judge if you see me on any pictures. And then first aid kit to include bandage material, safety pins, plasters, and easy on the ibuprofen, it says, but I don't ever use ibuprofen when I'm racing. You know, just paracetamol if I ever need anything, but yeah, I don't use ibuprofen. You can just get these off Amazon. First aid kit comes with pretty much everything in. I bought this a year ago, well, a couple of years ago. I've never had to use anything out of it, but everything's in there, so you buy it with everything in and you're good to go. And fingers crossed, you don't ever have to use it. Fully charged phone, which, yeah, I was on the day. And then this race, which is the first time I've ever seen this before, but it's pretty cool. Got to take an item for donation to the food bank. Well, that's pretty nice. So I'll have a look at what they want on the food bank website. So I'm not just taking them a tin of mushy peas or something that they don't want. So that's all the stuff on the mandatory kit list. So yeah, it's quite a big mandatory kit list, and you think all that fit in that pack, but it does. It fits in pretty easy. I am not going to be taking poles on this one because it's only got 2,000 meters of elevation. There's not really any massive mountains. It's just a few rolling hills, so I don't think I'll be needing the poles with the extra weight. So I won't be taking poles this time around. Show you a bit of extra stuff I'll be using. So I've got my Coros heart rate monitor, which I use. I mean, you don't really need to use a heart rate monitor on an ultramarathon, but I just liked to be accurate and know whether I'm pushing too hard in certain places, whether I need to chill out, or whether I need some more food. Sometimes, because your heart rate can show you all sorts of data and all sorts of things. But I mainly just go off how I'm feeling. I try and stick to a timed nutrition schedule rather than waiting for it to get to the point where I feel like I'm hungry. I try and just nip it in the bud before it gets to that point. So yeah, shocks headphones, you'll see these everywhere. You can, yeah. I put them on, but it's very rare I put music on when I'm racing. I only ever stick it on when I'm for about 10 minutes or 15 minutes towards the end if I'm struggling or not. But most of the time I don't need it. I'm usually chewing some other runner's ear off, so yeah, don't ever really use them. I'm going to use this on waist bag this year on the front as well, because just to put my gels in really, so I'm not messing around in my pack as I'm running, and obviously I'm just going to put all my gels in there so I know where they are. Dead easy to get in and out of, dead easy to just put the rubbish back in, so it's not, you're not trying to stuff rubbish in the back of your pack and it flying out everywhere. So I'm going to use this on waist belt, which I only bought the other day, but I've used it a few times. It's a decent bit of kit. Trainers wise, I mean, I'm going to probably use these Hockatecton 3s. I haven't actually raced in them much, but I've done some running in them the last few weeks and I'm proper loving them again at the minute, so probably going to use them unless we get some heavy snow / rain over the next couple of days, and it might have to be my Innovates with bigger lugs, but I think these will probably be alright. We'll see on the day. Nutrition wise, so I've tried a few brands over the years, and the one I always come back to is Mountain Fuel. So I use these Mountain Fuel sports jellies. They do them in all sorts of different flavours and stuff, but I just like these neutral ones, because when you're smashing the gels, and sometimes they can be a bit sweet, and you just get over the flavour, and you don't want them anymore. Where these, they don't really taste of anything. These ones are it's kind of, I don't know, just cold and refreshing, but they don't have a super sweet taste. These have got 30 grams of carbs in, 50 grams of caffeine and electrolytes. I try and take one of these every 30 to 45 minutes of racing. On the 100-mile race that I did, I genuinely must have had 20 of these, and I didn't have any stomach issues whatsoever. Like, it's just really, really good gear. Really, really good gear. I use these Morton drinks mixes as well, which is a carb drink mix that I put in my water bottles. Probably only use a couple of them because I get a lot of the stuff I need just out of the gels, to be fair. And then obviously I'll have some squashes or some bits of Snickers chopped up or whatever if I want some real food. I use these Salt Tab electrolyte tablet things. I use them if I can ever feel like a bout of cramp coming on. They work for me, but I'm proper prone to getting cramp, especially if I get carried away and push too hard uphill because I'm chasing someone who's much faster than me or whatever. But these, I go through them more when it's a hot race, when it's sweaty and the sun's out and I'm melting. So hopefully with it being a cold race, I won't be sweating as much, and that's my logic anyway. But I'll always take them just in case. So yeah, I don't go too overboard and complicated with nutrition, me. I just gels, drink, sweets. That's it. Gels, drink, sweets. I don't go mad. I don't lie. I'm not like super militant about how many carbs I get in a certain amount of time, but I am militant about getting something in every half an hour. Every half an hour, something in, whether it be a gel. But yeah, you get the gist. So yeah, that's pretty much everything that I'll be taking. I haven't decided what I'm going to wear yet or anything. Just going to see what the weather's saying on the morning of. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, good luck to me, good luck to everyone else, and yeah, peace out in a bit.